The first thing you'll see for this Home for Families descriptive dashboard is the bar of filters at the top combined with checkboxes and a slicer. Now, these allow the user to choose different variables that they want to look at and choose which specific programs that they want to look at. Now, Home for Families has 5 different groups of programs, and there's a summary table at the top here that lays out different variables that they collect data on in all of the different columns here and split up by program, with this total being either account, this total bar either being account or an average of the variables that we're looking at. Moving on to the description portion of the tool, we can see a simple bar graph based off of the quantity of individuals helped, grouped by program. We can see grouped by program down here, monthly entry versus exit income change. So on the left side is their enter income, and on the right side is their exit income. And then the main graph here is the length of stay comparison to other binary factors, and that you can see the percent of occurrence of the binary variable here. And the actual bars are the length of stay in days graphed on the left-hand axis here. You can see on the legend, there's lots of different variables graphed at one time, and that's where we can go back to our filters here, and we can actually click which filters we want to be looking at. And as you can see, they're being removed from the graph at the same time that they're being hidden from the summary table. So we could filter this all the way down to only looking at 1 or 2 different variables at any given time. And we can also look at 1 or 2 programs at any given time based off of the slicer. And now, as the user goes through the tool, they can also click this Reset Filters button that takes us all the way back to the beginning and unhides everything, checks all of the boxes again, and you're good to go playing around with more filters. As far as the data entry goes, there is simply a shell of columns, of labeled columns that the user can observe and enter the data directly into. They can copy paste starting at A5 here, all of the data, and as long as the column header corresponds to the correct data set below it in these columns, then the descriptive dashboard portion of the tool will autofill with all of this data. That is an overview of the Home for Families descriptive dashboard, and thank you for your time.